And it's pulled deep into left field. Cole Sturgeon is back onto the warning track. Sturgeon at the wall. Brought it back. What a catch by Cole Sturgeon. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 on and 2 out. Whitty to right field, down for a hit. Owings scores. Castillo does to tie the game. Whitty digs for second and drives in a pair. 0-2. Swung on and roped into right field, and that hooks down and rolls to the wall. Hernandez scores, and De La Guerra delivers. The PawSox lead in the 8th inning. He is 26 pitches deep into this inning. 3-2. Got him.
Wow.
This is lifted to left. Sturgeon got a great jump on it. Sturgeon slides and makes the catch. It was Rafael Devers yesterday who drew all the headlines for the Red Sox. Today here in AAA, it's a couple of young infield prospects as well. The PawSox were in action yesterday against the Mets AAA club. They got a series win, and now for the second time this homestand, they meet up with the Phillies affiliate. How about 9 pitches in the top of the first for Erasmo Ramirez, who started a 1-4-3 double play that got him out of that first inning after he gave up a single to DJ Stewart. Here's the Pawtucket native Mason Williams. He was saying yesterday that he used to come to this ballpark and fish for autographs as his tradition, and now when he's in the visiting dugout, as he has been the last handful of years playing in this league, he's the one signing the autographs, and that's somewhat surreal for him. Former Yankees draft pick, made his big league debut in the Bronx in 2015.
Yeah, his family moved to Florida after he finished 7th grade, so ended up going to high school down south, as you mentioned, but grew up here.
Pulls this one on a line into center. On a 2-1 from Ramirez, Mason Williams continues what has been a great season here at the AAA level.
And he's always seemed to hit well here, regardless of which color he's worn. A lot with the Yankees AAA club, last year with the Reds. And you wonder if the Orioles are going to call this guy up. I don't know why they wouldn't, to be honest with you. He's got the 8th best batting average in this league. And to be frank about it, it's not like they've got a plethora of outfielders up there that are blocking his path.
Orioles have been battling the Yankees. That's the old organization for Mason Williams. It's been the matchup this week. How about what Gleyber Torres has done? Wouldn't he just love to hit only against the Orioles for the rest of the season? First pitch is in for strike 1 to Austin Hayes.
Yankees won again today. That was a 6-5 game. The Orioles were closer than they've been, but how about this? Baltimore has now lost 16 straight games to the Yankees this year. 16.
Pitch tails inside on Hayes.
So the Red Sox can't pick up any ground, at least on the division leaders this afternoon. But Boston's going to get its opportunity against the O's this weekend at Fenway Park.
Coming off taking 2 out of 3 in Cleveland. That's up high. Hayes, meanwhile, former 3rd-round pick 3 years ago, and he was the first guy out of that draft class, the 2016 draft class, to reach the majors. Got there in 2017, just over a year after he got drafted. Chops it foul. He's battled injuries the last couple of seasons, including this year. He had a thumb issue that dated back to spring training. Then during this season, a hamstring problem as well. But a talented player. The Orioles farm system has already taken a big jump forward from where it had previously been ranked by a lot of the publications. Of course, a new regime taken over in Baltimore.
Well, they're going extremely young. Witness the 2 prospects that Baltimore got in exchange for Andrew Kashner. Those guys were still essentially just rookie ball players. They're not looking for guys that'll help them this year or next. They're looking for players that'll help them in 5 years.
And Hayes spits on the cutter. Of course, they had the 1st overall pick as well. They got Adley Rutschman the catching prospects.
It was a total press of the reset button for Baltimore here over the last 12 months or so. And it has shown in the major leagues this season.
That's a walk from Ramirez. So the first two have reached for Norfolk here in the second after a 3-run first for Pawtucket.
Doesn't do it often. Erasmo this season now with only 37 walks issued and well over 100 innings pitched. Not what he was looking for there against Austin Hayes, especially after he'd gotten ahead in the count.
So there's 2 aboard and there's no one out, and it brings up Austin Wynns, the catcher for the Tides, a 28-year-old who has spent time with the Orioles in the majors this year, but right now they're going with a pair of other catchers, Pedro Severino and Chance Sisco up in the majors, and Wynns down here in the minors. Ball 1 from Ramirez. Wynns a Fresno State product, means he was college teammates with Aaron Judge. The 1-0. Listen to Austin Wynn's routine, hopping into the batter's box. How about that?
That was right before the first pitch that Erasmo threw him. Just a little bit of a jump, a sprint and a jump into the batter's box. Get yourself ready to hit, I guess.
I mean, if you're a pitcher, you could quick pitch. Is this the alternative as a hitter, I guess?
Quick hit. Didn't swing. 2-0. Now, the good thing is, I'm going to watch this one more time. Watch this. Get a running start into the box. That time he was just in a regular batting stance.
That was the decaf. There's the strike from Ramirez.
If you're Erasmo here, you just stay with the bread and butter, the sinker. And I think that is what's going to get you out of most jams. But here, if you got the catcher up, you want to use that sinker, see if you can get another double play ball.
Yeah, still no one out in the inning. And he misses the edge. 3-1. He wanted that call. Two on for Norfolk here in the second. Pulled into left field, and that drops in front of Sturgeon. They'll hold Williams at third, and just as the PawSox did in the first inning, Norfolk in the second loads him up.